Good morning, everyone. Slow and steady here. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, Sis. And all the nieces and nephews. Thanks for reaching out over the last few days, giving your support. Love y'all. Anyway, I think day 27, like I mentioned. Sun's out up there somewhere. It is cold, but beautiful out. Yesterday was only 11 tough miles for me. Just real slow, but today only half a mile in, just left camp. Things feel good. We got about another mile and a half uphill to do this morning. Sorry, it's cold and nose is running, but it's beautiful. See the mountains behind me here. Anyway, we're gonna try to do 14 plus miles today. If the legs feel like they do right now, we'll be all good. And ran into a lot of old friends at camp last night, so it was a good night and cold, but everyone survived and stayed somewhat warm, and now it's only warmer as the week goes on here. So stay tuned. We'll see if we can find some good views up on these mountains. Told you it was cold out. Still a little snow up here. And I know one of the mountains we're going up on, the top of it's full of snow, as you saw in yesterday's video probably. And I do believe we're going up there. Just don't know if we're going to the summit. I think there's a bad weather bypass down below. We'll just have to see what we come up to there. But one of the guys that lives around here was doing a little workout hike, a day hike. Was telling me a little bit about it, so we'll see what we come up to. He did warn that this time of year it can get pretty icy. The snow will melt and just freeze that night into ice. So I don't have any mini crampons. Most people have sent them home by now after the Smokies. So we'll play it by ear. I don't know if I'll be there today or tomorrow. We'll find out. Stay tuned. All right, we got the whole gang going to Exposed Ridgeline Trail. There's a bad weather trail. I don't know if you can tell though. It's not exactly bad out here. It's gorgeous. And a little wilted green tunnel. Let's go see what the bad weather trail is, aka Exposed Ridgeline. Cool little snowy, rocky spot here. Rhododendrons everywhere. Rocks covered in moss. There's people front, people behind. I think there's some good views coming up. Stand by. Finally, some good views.
Easy, there's nothing down there for you, girl.
There's a view from Howard's Rock. You can see the whole world and then some. And there's a plaque for Howard McDonald, master trail builder, as I'm sliding back down the rocks. Sorry about that. All right, got a lot of miles to put in. Looks like the legs are kind of back to normal, feeling good. So see how many miles we can get in today without hurting anything. Just slow and steady and get it done. Stop for some videos and pictures and the icy and wet spots, and other than that we just keep trucking along here. Go find some water is the next goal today. Little mini targets help keep me going all day. Look for something in a mile or two and aim for that, and then just keep doing it until you get to wherever you're going. Of course this is the trail. Why not? Let's go rock climbing. All right, 300 miles in. Here are the people behind me. I missed the exact rock, but GPS is kind of hidden in here. Anyway, made it 300 without any major issues. A couple little bugs for a day or so, but some sore spots, but 300 miles of walking, you expect it. Anyway, we'll keep on hiking and see if we can get to 400. Take care. All right, here's the other end of the Bad Weather Trail and Exposed Ridgeline Trail. It's about a 1.25 mile detour if you decide if it's bad weather or you don't feel like going over the summit. But it's beautiful up there if the weather's nice. There was still snow and ice, but very manageable today anyway. Just check it out before you head up there in case it's rotten. But we're gonna keep heading on the AT this way. I guess we're heading kind of east, northeast right now. We'll just keep walking, see if we can't get 15 or 20 in today. Probably 14 or 15, but we'll see how the legs feel. Still doing great. It's around lunchtime now, I think. Had a quick snack, some granola bar, and go up here another mile or two to the next water source and camel up and carry a little bit with me maybe. I don't have anything on me now. This cold weather though, I don't sweat a whole lot, so I can usually drink a liter at each water source and be fine. But sometimes there are long stretches even now with no water, so just got to keep an eye up ahead and see how I'm feeling. Anyway, we'll stay hydrated and well fed and put on some miles today. It's gorgeous, gorgeous out. It's finally above freezing, and got my stuff air drying on my backpack. I'd show you, but I'm not that flexible to get back there to show you. Anyway, let's get hiking. Love some of these old trees. You can tell I haven't had a hard life. Just curled every which way. Trail goes by them. Here's a little snow at the base. Beautiful. And some mountains in the background, and I'm guessing we're going to have to walk over here today at some point. That's good. Feeling good today, so I don't mind. Last 2 days, not so much. I wanted flat or downhill, but we're back. Feeling better. See the snow down here? In the shade, and a lot of the trail, there's still snow and ice. But plenty of open ice ground to walk on. We had a couple little creek beds that were frozen over. There was enough gravel and leaves to make it reasonably safe. Just had to watch where you were stepping. Still no reason yet for the mini spikes for your shoes. I left those at home, but looks like we may not need them this year on my trip anyway. Anyway, catch up soon. We got a shelter coming up here, Jerry's cabin or Jerry's shelter. We'll see. Stand by. All right, here's Jerry's cabin shelter. Jerry's cute little place. So it's got a couple of tarps there, keeping some of the prevailing winds out. Beautiful sight though. And there's a fireplace inside, like the Smokies. Picnic table, water, privy, all that good stuff. Oh, and there's a bear box somewhere over there. Tent sites everywhere. Gorgeous place. But I need some water. Time for a break. Look at this little field when you climb out of Jerry's cabin shelter. See a mark on a tree here. We know in the right place. Some farmer's field maybe. See a post way up there with a blaze. Gorgeous. What a high altitude little field. I don't know if they use it for straw or anything. I don't know. Who knows? But it's all cleared. And you got mountains through the trees. In the summer, I don't think you could even tell you're on top of a mountain. Probably very little view in the summer, but right now it's pretty cool. Let's get to hiking. Let's climb up there to that next little rise. Anyone up for ice skating? Well, maybe it's not thick enough. There's a little open water there. There's some ice on this little pond up in this field. Cool little place someone has here. I don't want that surgery. Big butt bypass. Maybe we'll just take the main big butt trail. I like big butts. Big Butt Mountain anyway. You know the Sir Mix-a-Lot song. Maybe a lot of you don't. Anyway, I'm no singer, no rapper, so we won't be singing it. Let's see what the view's like on Big Butt. Okay, if you take the AT around Big Butt, the bypass looks like it actually takes you right up to the top. Take the AT side, right where the bypass meets the main trail. You can just turn left, maybe go up there. We're gonna go check it out. Here's the view from the rocks. I don't know if this is Big Butt or not, but it's beautiful views up on this rock. I don't think you would be coming up this way. So I'm not sure where the bypass trail is. This is definitely not it. So who knows? It's beautiful up here. Take a couple of pictures and get back to hiking. There's the other end of the Big Butt bypass. Looks like it just avoids some of the rocks I had to climb up and over to get there. But just right up here at the top, it joins the little tiny side trail that goes up there to the rocks. That's where I was filming from, at the top. Either way, the rocks on the other side of that are pretty tough, but doable. But now we're gonna walk through a little snow, it looks like. I think I'm back on the AT here, and just after Big Butt. There's some good snow on the north side of the mountain here. And it's gorgeous, gorgeous out. 10 out of 10 on the skies and visibility. Beautiful. So this is cool. But the trail itself is pretty nice. Let's see what we run into in the next few miles. What a cool contrast. Beautiful sunny, brown, green grass here. Fields up on the hill. And get into the shade on the north side. Snow everywhere. But that's beautiful. Nice trail to hike. Downhill for the next several miles with little tiny bumps to go up. Anyway, time to we call it cover some ground, make up some time. Let's get to hiking. Haven't heard this sound in a couple of weeks. Just in case you wonder, no, I'm not in shorts. I do have pants and a long sleeve shirt on. It's been hovering around freezing, I'm guessing, most of today. So it gets much colder. I have to put my filter back in my shirt or pants pocket to keep it from freezing. I think it's a few degrees above freezing right now. It's a beautiful forest floor. If you can tell, it's way down in the valley here. The AT is up over there. Just kind of walking along, not gaining, losing too much. That's beautiful. I was walking along, and I remember this in far out, the app, Shelton Graves, a small blue trail. Let's take a look up here. If it's not too far, I'll show you what it is. It was really close to the trail, 50 feet or so probably. Only see one set of graves here. You'll see in a second. Here we go. Millard F. Hare, W.M. Shelton maybe, and David Shelton. And unfortunately, sorry, that's an upside down plaque here for you. Anyway, beautiful burial site up here in the mountains. I don't know if there are other graves or not, but it's a whole cleared area up here. Very nice. Rest in peace, guys. Beautiful rhododendron, green tunnel. Probably getting close to the end of the day for me. I think 14 or 15 will be fine today. I got to sit down and do some math, see when I'm going to get to the next resupply and get that all timed out. Enjoy some dry clothes, dry weather. Do a little homework on a couple of things. Try to look ahead some. I'm kind of making it up as I go along. I need to get caught up on what's coming up on resupply and mountains and whatever else I want to look for, and any views or really nice scenic spots. I don't know. Just need to get caught up on information, hiking so much each day, and I wasn't feeling great the last 2 days. And anyway, feel good now, so maybe we'll call it a day at 15 and do some of those things. Beautiful little camping site down here before you get to Flint Mountain Shelter. It's just before, going north anyway, just before you go up this little bump over there and back down to the shelter. All kinds of flat, leafy spots. Real nice, real nice. Just in case you're coming up and just feel like calling it a short day. I don't know where water is, but if you have water, it might be a nice spot. All right, here's the intersection of Flint Mountain Shelter and the AT. We're gonna go up there and do some planning, and unless there's something obvious that I should keep going for, I will call it a day here. If there's a place to camp too, so we'll see how crowded it is, and I'll show you what's going on up here. I understand there's not a lot of room for tents, but we'll see. Stand by. All right, here's the shelter, water, bear boxes down that way, some camping sites. We got a guy over here that's just like my phone, my hiker number. Upside down and backwards is all the same. Bob. What's going on, Bob? You've been here 3 or 4 hours, I guess?
Not very long.
All right, what is this? Flint Mountain Shelter. Cool. All right, here's my setup for the night. That's set up even though it's a square tarp. It's called a tarp tent. Not to be confused by the manufacturer tarp tent. But that's all it is. I used that on a really cold, snowy, windy night that one time. I just had a much smaller entrance. Now it's just cold tonight, no wind or anything. So I left the door open a little wider. The wind's going to be coming towards me here. So it should be good, and not much wind. So always right before bed I go around and just pull the stakes a little tighter because it does sag after it's been set up for a while. That's home for the night. And the shelter's right there. These rhododendrons, as you see, that's what I'm using to a couple of tie-out spots to help instead of using trekking poles. Look at Trixie's fire. Good job, Trixie. You did a great job. We got fire. It's hot. Look at that, without any help from anyone else. No one else helped her with that. It is a nice one, though. Good job.